Hey guys, Ningen here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so today we finally got this update in the news confirming what I was talking about in the Vegito Blue Legendary Campaign video, that this was going to be the next Dokkan Fest. It happened, the Legendary Campaign happened on JP during this time, so it seemed pretty obvious that this was going to be next. Obviously Global has been changing up the order in the past, but we figured it would be this guy next, and then it should be STR Cooler after him. So these updates always appear in the news a couple of days before. It's basically the original Future Gohan event is being updated. It's going to disappear, I think that's tomorrow, like afternoon in UK time. So the event won't be available, but I mean, I'm pretty sure since he's not on a banner or anything, no one's going to be pulling the old physical Future Gohan and going to need to awaken him. So this wasn't on DBZ Space, so I thought I'd just bring it up on Hit It Quickly. So let us jump over to the actual wiki and have a look at the event and the banner. Okay, so this is the event. It obviously changes. This is how it looks now on Global. And then the banner will change to this, and we get the added extra stage down here. So for the proper stage for the 7 medals, you got the base Gohan, the awakened form, the Super Saiyan 1, and then his transformed state. The only real special thing about it is he can't be stunned, and it says he increases his defense each turn. But I mean, since he can be sealed and can be attack lowered, I don't see this event being difficult at all. Future Android 17 and 18 can disable his damage reduction, and there's going to be, it probably drops around the same time, but there'll be an updated to the story event. There's a farmable Future 17 and 18, so even if you don't have the best team at the moment, you can make that pretty easy, I would imagine. I can't see many people struggling with this event. So you got the Gohan. He is the Master and Student Bond category leader. Obviously, we technically already have that on Global because of the awakening for the Super Saiyan Blue Goku. But of course, this guy is 3 key, HP and attack 170% and defense 130. But he also covers Hybrid Saiyans as well. So technically, this does make him the best Hybrid Saiyans leader in terms of attack. Because obviously, the STR Ultimate Gohan, that Hybrid Saiyan team always felt a little bit lackluster because it was HP and defense focused with not as high an attack stat. So he's definitely good for that. Like, he's by far the best Hybrid Saiyans leader. The Master and Student Bond category is okay. I can't see anyone like desperately needing to run it. But there you go. So he greatly raises defense for 1 turn, does immense damage. He gets a standard attack and defense 100%. He reduces damage received by 58% when HP is 58% or less. And then he's also a support unit for his own category. Well, only the Student Bond category. Key +1, attack and defense 30%. So that's really good. They've been doing this a lot. STR Cooler does this as well, where units are supports before they transform. The fact that he has good damage reduction when you're below 58% health is going to be something that's super useful for things like Super Battle Road, so that's really cool. And then his transformation when HP is 58% or more and there is an ally on the team whose name includes Trunks, GT and Kid excluded. So you have to use the like future Trunks from the Cell Saga or from Super, starting from the 4th turn. So he's got pretty standard links for a non-Super Saiyan. He's in quite a lot of categories, including Transformation Boost, which is pretty cool. You could probably make a Student Bond or Hybrid Saiyans Transformation Boost team for that stage of Super Battle Road using him. But once he transforms, he starts infinitely stacking his attack and does immense damage. He now just reduces damage received by 58% regardless of your HP. And then he gets 1 key and attack and defense 30% per bond of, well, the Master Student Bond it's actually called in the game. Category ally attacking in the same turn. So basically, as long as you're running that team, you have 2 people on that rotation with him that are in the category. He's getting an extra 2 key and 60% attack and defense. And then he launches a guaranteed additional super attack when there is an androids category enemy. So obviously for certain events, he's going to be quite useful. Definitely will be good in Super Battle Road, especially once he transforms. He is a little bit more reliant, especially with his transformation and this part of his passive, with having certain units on the team, which I'm not necessarily against, but it does limit the number of ways you can run them. And then from that event, the medals will also awaken the Tech Trunks, who's on the banner. We are going to talk about the banner in a little bit. He is the sub leader for the category, has the same leader skill as the physical Super Saiyan Blue Goku that we already have. He greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, does supreme damage, gets attack and defense 100%, Ki +3 plus an additional attack and defense 70% when there is an ally on the team whose name includes future Gohan. So obviously he's like made to be run alongside him. And then he gets an additional 6 Ki and performs a critical hit when there is an androids category enemy. So guaranteed super and guaranteed crit against an android. And then an additional attack 70% when facing an enemy whose name includes Cell. So yeah, if you're going up against a Cell with a future Gohan on your team, then this guy is insane. Like, he will hit ridiculous levels of attack stat against a Cell specifically when there is a future Gohan on the team. So he's definitely an interesting unit. Obviously, if you pull him from the banner and not the main future Gohan, he's definitely hampered a little bit. Like, you'd have to run the old physical one or like the free-to-play one on the team to really maximize him, which I think is a little bit disappointing. But like, on the right team setup, he could be insanely good. Like, things like the obviously it's not hard to do the first 30 stages, but things like the Cell Easy A's, this guy would be absolutely ridiculous. He's also on a lot of good categories as well, so he's going to fit into a lot of places and be very, very useful. So let's look at the actual banner. So this is the banner as it dropped on JP. Obviously we have that Trunks, the Gohan, then we had Hit, STR Super Buu, the old future Gohan, Physical Super Vegito, and then UI Goku. So is the banner going to change? So Hit finally came back for the first time this Christmas banner just gone. Since then we've only had the Piccolo Dokkan Fest as like a main Dokkan Fest banner, and then of course we have had the Heroes stuff as well. He could come back again. We have had units be on 2 banners in a row, even though it doesn't happen that often. So he definitely could come back on this banner. Personally, I would like to see him get changed for someone else, because he's very outdated. He's not super good in this current meta, and I only need 1 more copy of him anyway, so I really don't care about pulling extra copies of him. I think most people would much rather not get him as opposed to a better category leader, so I don't know who else they could put on there. STR Super Buu hasn't been on a banner for a while, and even though he's about to be completely replaced by STR Cooler, which should be the next Dokkan Fest, he's still a decent unit. The old future Gohan is trash. Like, I pulled mine not that long ago, and I've just left him at Super Attack 1, because with this updated story event that's coming, he gets a farmable Super Attack, so I just pretty much haven't touched him. Physical Super Vegito, still good. I've always preferred the AGL one, and even though his Easy A was kind of lackluster, after he gets his Easy A on Global, he probably is the top pick over the physical one. And then of course UI Goku's been on 50 million banners at this point. So honestly, if the banner stays exactly the same, it is a huge skip, is what I'm going with. Like, this Trunks is really good on Gohan's team. So like I said, if you just pull the Trunks, you're in a little bit of a weird situation. Gohan's pretty decent. Obviously his team's good. He's going to perform well in quite a few different events, but you don't need him. I don't feel like he is a unit that has a lot of value. Like, he is good, obviously, but he's just not that great. And then yeah, if the banner doesn't change, like, honestly, apart from Physical Super Vegito, like, pulling any of these 5 featured units would probably be quite disappointing for a lot of people. And then of course, remember, this Trunks will go into the general SSR pool after this banner as well. So if you just want him, you'll probably get him. Like, say for example, if you're going to summon hard for Cooler like I am, this guy's going to be in the general pool, so who knows. Like, I remember I pulled like crazy for Gawasu when he first dropped with the Trunks and Zamasu stuff, and then literally the next banner that came along, I pulled him after having spent extra stones on that future category support banner to try and pull a copy of him. So general SSR pool units will come over time, so if you really want him, you will get him eventually. So Gohan really is the only unit that you'll be aiming for on this banner. And yeah, with the fact that we've just had Heroes, which I can't even remember as of right now if the banner is still up. I think it is. I think the Heroes banner goes when this arrives. So honestly, if you're thinking about summoning on this, I would skip. Like, just do a multi or 2 on the Heroes banner because it has so much value, and then just don't summon on this at all and save the rest of your stones for STR Cooler. So that is my opinion on the matter. I'm interested to know what you guys think down below. What do you think of the units and the category? Are you hyped for them? I know some people, I have seen comments in some of my previous videos about people saying they were saving for future Gohan, so there are people out there that will be summoning for him. I do think it's going to be another Piccolo issue though, where you're not going to be able to find friends for him, because I think a lot of people are going to skip him. It's one of those double-edged swords with Global about knowing what's coming in the future, is everyone is so hyped for STR Cooler. I think a lot of people will skip this banner, and I think that's why they made Piccolo's banner a lot better. So they definitely could change this banner. They would have to change it for me to even be tempted to drop a couple of multis. Like, I might do one on a stream just to see if we can YOLO Gohan, but like, yeah, this banner is a big skip. So let me know what you think down below. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. You can follow me on Twitch or join my Discord. The link is in the description below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.